somebody in. There we go. I'd also like to acknowledge a special guest that we have with us today, Zonta International President, Dr. Sharon Langenbeck, Zonta International President-elect Uta Schultz, past International Director Joy Orlich, past governors Mickey Bonner, Barbara White, Karen Foysat, and Joy Orlich, board members, Lieutenant Governor Debbie Angwood, Governor-elect, Treasurer Pat, Secretary Ingrid, Parliamentarian Laura, AD Christie, and AD Alice. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. I was trying to take a quick count before you arrived. So again, if I have missed anyone, my sincere apologies. Our liaison, Vice President Sala Tominen, could not join us today, but she did send her best regards. So this overview is going to include an overview of our district goals. We'll talk a little bit about our fantastic outgoing board. We will have a little talk by Zonta International President Dr. Sharon. Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie and I have some awards and recognition that we would like to share, and then we will welcome Governor Debbie. So starting with our district goals, I always like to say we had some pretty lofty goals this biennium, and I've broken them up into two distinct groups. One, things that we could actually track, and other things that I like to call like our district. They were part of our goals, but they were really commitments to what we wanted to accomplish. And so we wanted all District 9 clubs to actively solicit and submit applications for at least one education opportunity. We did have a little over 70% of all of our clubs participate in at least one of the education opportunities. District 9 wanted to maintain a 90% retention rate throughout the biennium. We were able to reach an 85% retention rate, and that is a number retention rate. So depending on the number that we had of individuals outgoing at the end of the biennium and the number of individuals we have at the end of this biennium, we retained 85% of that total number of members. Before I go on, I just want to acknowledge I am not monitoring the chat. So if at any time there is something, if anybody has a question too, you know, please, I will have Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie maybe keep an eye on that chat for me, and just, you know, charge on in if I've missed something. And then we wanted 100% of District 9 clubs to donate to the Zonta International Foundation. As of April 30th, 21 out of 24 of our clubs did donate. So 87.5% of our clubs have donated to the foundation this biennium. And then we wanted District 9 to increase individual member donations to the Zonta International Foundation by 50%. So a 50% increase would have meant that 33% of individuals in the district have given an individual donation to Zonta International. And we met this goal at 33.6%, which I am super excited about. So these are the district goals that were more like our commitments: provide and share resources to support increased advocacy efforts of individuals, individual clubs district-wide, which I think we can all agree that Sheila Cook-Cohen, as our advocacy chair and USA Caucus representative, did an excellent job of doing. Apply a diversity, equity, and inclusion lens to our actions, goals, and events, which we hope was made clear at Needham and through all of the way that we interacted in conference and in some of the other information and pieces that we have shared. Clubs, areas, and the district were encouraged to celebrate current education award winners and maintain relationships with awardee alumni. And District 9 encourages mentorship and leadership development through piloting and further developing mentoring programs. Super excited also to see, if you have not already, that there is a piloting mentoring program coming out from Zonta International. If you are interested, please do take a look at our Facebook feed. We have reshared it, or take a look at the Zonta International website if you're interested in being involved in that as well. So I have some other impressive information that I wanted to share. One thing that is very exciting news that we just got yesterday was that we do have a YWPA International Awardee for our district this year. So congratulations, District 9 and the Conejo Valley Club, on their candidate being chosen for YWPA. When it comes to giving, this is one that I am, again, just so passionate about. And our foundation ambassadors and our endowment ambassador really stepped up this year. And so when it comes to giving, I'm really, really proud to report that District 9 is 5th in the world for overall giving. Our overall giving increased 19% from last biennium. We are 2nd in the world for individual donor donations. We had 48 more individuals donate than we did last biennium, even with losing membership. And our endowment ties for the highest percentage of individuals giving. So our endowment donations, we have 11% of our district individuals giving to the endowment, and we are tied with one other district for that percentage, and it is the highest. And we're 2nd highest in dollar amount in donations to the endowment worldwide. And then I also wanted to highlight, for those of you who will not be joining us virtually or in person for convention, Zonta District 9 is also so proud to note that the Zonta Club of Newport Harbor will be receiving an international award at convention for service. So congratulations to Newport Harbor and for representing District 9. I want to take a little time to thank the outgoing board. This board has worked tirelessly, well, probably tiredly too, but tirelessly. They've been an incredible asset to us, and I just cannot thank any of you enough. Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie, picked up a lot of pieces for me here and there throughout the biennium. Treasurer Pat kept us in line, moving us to an online dues process and always being very responsive and responsible. Parliamentarian Laura also kept me very honest and on track. She would tell me, Governor, you can't do that. And we appreciate her for that very much. Secretary Ingrid, absolutely wonderful as a secretary, so responsive. So like just on the ball with everything. And so we're really happy that she'll be continuing as secretary in the next biennium. And then of course, our fabulous area directors, Dr. D, Tracy, Gloria, Christy, and Alice, each with their own style, their own fabulous ideas, and enthusiasm for serving Zonta. Of course, we had some amazing committee chairs this year as well. An absolutely incredible group that I cannot thank enough for keeping this district running and for really being, again, just so responsible. And I felt like I was in a place where I didn't have to really direct people very much or tell them what to do. They just knew what to do and could check in and ask questions when they needed clarification. But when it comes to talking about who really ran the show for the district, it is this board and our committee chairs for sure. they were the backbone of everything that we accomplished. We were definitely a biennium of trying new things. We started a board commitment agreement. We had creative and really engaging area meetings that were hybrid, virtual, in person, you name it, we did it. We tried the Governor's Summit this year. Conference did a lot of new and fun things like Advocacy Alley. So I am just really excited that there was also a group of individuals willing to do those new and fun and sometimes scary things, but we jumped in full force and worked together as a team to accomplish great things. So at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Zonta International President, Dr. Sharon Langenbeck, to say a few words, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen for this.
Well, that was an exciting event that Britt and I went to for UNICEF for the 50th anniversary for UNICEF. That was here in Los Angeles, and we had a wonderful evening, didn't we, Britt? So
it was fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, quite an evening. So I want to first thank Governor Britt for your board, the club presidents, all of the members of District 9. You have done a fabulous job, and I'm going to add a little bit to what Britt said about the foundation. You were giving the statistics of April, and the statistics of May just came out. And in total giving, including endowment, club, individual, District 9 is now in 3rd place, not 5th place. Woo. So, and the other 2 districts ahead of us are large districts, like 3 times our size. So I'm very, very proud of what our district has done in support of the foundation, because it's through that giving to the foundation that we can support the education programs and also our international service projects. I'm sorry that I missed the district conference. I had every plan to be there, but unfortunately, a week before the conference, my mother fell and broke her left femur, and I ended up in Cincinnati, Ohio, instead of being in California for the district conference. So but I know that Mari came in and was an excellent replacement for me. So you still had an international rep, but I wish that it had been me because, you know, as president and from this district, I was really looking forward to being at my own district. And it's unfortunate that Sala was unable to travel. As we all know, with conferences, it was like moving targets. Who was going to be meeting in person, who wasn't, and I was moving board members around to support that. And but they were very successful, whether they were virtual or whether they were both virtual and in person or strictly in person. You know, this biennium is a biennium like no other. And all of the playbook, when I became president-elect and I was looking at, okay, what is my biennium going to look like? We had to make rapid changes. We were so fortunate that our income at that time, the incoming governors, Britt being one of them, was able to meet in February 2020, right before everything shut down. So that was really a huge benefit for the districts working together, because we did get to have that meeting. But after that, it was pretty much shut down. Just one of the things that happened in the last couple of weeks, I was able to go on a site visit for our Peru project. UNICEF hadn't been doing any site visits for 2 years, and they decided that they were going to see if we could get that site visit, because they know that it's important for Zonta to have a site visit of at least one of the projects. So at the end of April, I was contacted with, could we do it? And we were working some of the logistics and that, and so it did happen. And I can assure you that they are using our funds wisely and are making progress. They showed, we went to one of the schools where they were using loudspeakers for teaching because they needed to be outside. And it's also a place where they have no electricity. And so they were able to still continue the education. But the adolescents that we are helping in the schools and in the health centers, we met so many of them, and they explained the impact to them and how the work that we are doing at those health centers are so positive. And for me, one of the ways that I assess that is that the girls come into the health center to get some education and they keep coming back. If they didn't find value in it, they wouldn't keep coming back, but they make additional appointments. And so the health centers feel very encouraged, and the teachers feel very encouraged, because there is that communication and they want to come. And the adolescents are so full of hope. I mean, they're just so much enthusiasm, and all of the places that we went there in Peru, both in the town off of Ucayali as well as deeper into the Amazon. We didn't go to the mountain location because they were worried about altitude sickness, and it's quite high. And so we stayed at the other location. But we were greeted warmly, believe me, very warmly, by the adolescents. They wanted to show us their talents and just explain everything that was going on. One of the highlights for me also this biennium is that we have Andrea Guess from UCLA being our international honorary member and an Amelia Earhart Fellow. She was going to come to be a keynote speaker at convention in Hamburg, but because of her own personal situation, she had declined earlier this spring to be that keynote speaker. But we are looking at ways in which we are going to engage her here in District 9. So I've had continual conversations with her, and I know that we will be planning something as time goes on. But I want to just say thank you to the district for your support of me being a president from District 9. I'm very proud of District 9, and just want to thank you for all the years of support that I have had. I've been a member here for almost 43 years now. So I've seen changes, and just want to thank everyone.
Thank you so much, President Dr. Sharon. President-elect Uta, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I also do not want to not give you an opportunity to speak. So if you'd like to say anything, we'd love to hear from you. If you're okay, just let us know and we'll keep going.
Oh, Governor Debbie, I'm so happy being here in your district conference or district meeting. So I'm happy to address you with a few thoughts from me. And so when I heard Sharon speaking, and she is the international president in your district, yesterday, Sharon and we visited my district, and it was similar that my district said they feel so proud having an international president in the next biennium. So I can really feel what a really special moment this is for not only for you in your district, but also for Sharon as a member of your district. So yeah, it's awesome. I am happy working with your incoming president, with your incoming governor, Debbie, together in the next biennium. I met Debbie at our governor's orientation in Chicago in April. And I am always amazed when we have our incoming governor's preparation calls, and Debbie is sitting outside on her terrace in front of her house and the lake behind, and it looks like holiday, and we all are looking very, very envy to this, because we are sitting here somewhere in the cold weather and Debbie is sitting in a beautiful landscape. So I really learned to appreciate Debbie's knowledges and her experience in Zonta, and I'm very, very happy working together with you, Debbie, in the next biennium. The 22-24 the governor's class is a really amazing governor's class. They have so much power, and a vibrant atmosphere and good ideas. So I'm really looking forward working together, and I don't have any worries for the future of Zonta with this governors class. I want to congratulate you, Debbie, you, Brittany, for this biennium, because I think it is in this biennium, it is a special biennium. And I imagine when you were elected as a governor of District 9, you never imagined that this biennium would happen like it was. And you thought that you would travel to your areas, to your clubs, and that you would meet your Zontians in your district. And probably nothing like that could happen. And it's, for me, I really feel a pity for all of you. And I know when you are only once in your life a governor, and you have other hopes and other thoughts being a governor. But on the other side, you know, when we are meeting here now virtually in an online Zoom conference, we see that we can handle that, and it really works. And that is what makes me really happy. We see that we as Zontians, we are resilient. We can cope with this situation. We can handle it. First of all, we are shocked and we are sad, but then we're making the best from it. And the best is also that we can get connected now here. We invited, for instance, that is what I wrote in the chat, we invited District 18 Governor Ore from Sierra Leone in Africa. We invited her to our club meeting. We have nearly the same time zone. It's north and south, so that's no problem. And my club members, it was for my club members such an amazing moment meeting another Zontian from Africa in another part of the world, sitting in the heat with an African dress and an African surrounding. We can get so close to each other with these technical support. And this is also for me an advantage. And we cannot change the world, we cannot change COVID, but we can make the best from the situation. And for me, it's also a point for the future to consider how do we communicate, and it also offers much more possibilities for communication in future. So let's see where we are drifting, in which way we are drifting. But I think it's interesting, and I'm open for this. And when we had the governor's orientation, each of us had to give her personal motto. And my personal motto is stay flexible in your hips. And that is what I think what we have to prove in these COVID times. Be flexible and go with the flow, and don't get frustrated, and see the best in the situation and be resilient. I'm happy seeing many of you at convention in Hamburg. I don't live very far away from Hamburg. We have a wonderful summer weather, not as hot as Debbie has a weather, but it's a lovely weather. We enjoy it, and we want to keep it for at least 2 weeks when you all are coming to Hamburg. I'm looking forward working together with you, especially with you, Debbie. And not only with Debbie, I'm also looking forward working together with Ela Pandera. And Ela will be a member in the international group of greater diversity. This is a special group that is attached to membership. It's a special group beside membership, but they tackle a special membership topic, greater diversity, because I think we have to become more diverse, and we should focus on diversity and see what are the advantages of diversity. There will be 2 other important groups for me beside membership. The youngest one, talents. They will focus on our younger members, awardees, Golden Seal members, and young professionals, and all young people who want to join Zonta or who are interested in joining Zonta. This is an important point for me. And the other one is the Zonta spirit. This is how do we empower ourselves? We say we empower women worldwide. But for me, first of all, we have to empower ourselves. And this group will answer the question, how could we accomplish that? How do we want to accomplish that? How do we want to reflect about our Zonta spirit? So I'm very curious about the work in the next biennium. I'm very optimistic and looking forward for all of you and working together and seeing you in Hamburg. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to be here and to chat with us, and for letting me put you on the spot and sharing your thoughts. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you. So
at this time, we'll go back to sharing our screen here. And it's my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Governor-elect Debbie, to present some awards. And then following that, I have a few more clubs and individuals in the district I'd also like to acknowledge. So Governor-elect Debbie, take it away.
Thank you, Governor Britt. You know, I'm all about teamwork and acknowledging good things. And we have great clubs and members in our district. I'd love to give an award to every one of them. But Governor Britt said you got to limit the list. So we're going to limit the list. Now, there's a few more than what she has on your screen here, but let's start out. Number one for me, of course, this club is the one I started 4 years ago in Maricopa. And in 2021, for the size of our club, the club was recognized by Zonta International for being the winner of the Add Your Voice campaign, because they brought in 7 new members. So I have a certificate that Governor Britt's going to sign, and congratulations to the Club of Maricopa. Now going on for 2022, we have a club that already from January to June 1st has inducted 6 new members. And that would be the Club of Hilo. So we want to acknowledge the Club of Hilo for their great work. Now, as incoming President Uda said, our youth are very special to the ability for Zonta to shine in our communities with youth and help them, mentor them to become leaders in the future. I would like to acknowledge the Zonta Club of Santa Clarita Valley for starting 2 new Z clubs during this biennium. And that's going to be one of our goals that we're continuing with. And Nicole is going to continue and be the chair for that committee in the next biennium. In addition, we have a club that just recently inducted 3 new young professionals. So with that, I would like to acknowledge the Zonta Club of Antelope Valley for their work with the youth and bringing on these young professionals. As goes with having longevity, it's important to have the youth, but let's recognize a club in our district that was chartered in 1931, and that would be the Zonta Club of Riverside. So congratulations, Riverside, for being active and continuing since 1931. Now, I could have gone down the whole list of our clubs and acknowledging that, but again, I'm limited on what I can say and who I can acknowledge. Thank you, Governor Britt, for putting the muzzle on me. But anyway, there's 2 that have tied, and I think Governor Britt will like this. The Zonta Club of Burbank and the Zonta Club of Berkeley, both chartered in 1936. So kudos to those 2 clubs for keeping it together. I know Berkeley struggled for a while, but they're like the little engine that could. They're not giving up. They're active. They're coming along, and we love them all for that. Now, as far as individuals, I'm not sure if I can't see the list right now because of the screen. I'm hoping this person that is a member of Area 5, that has been a member since 1977, served as area director in 1992 to 94, and just recently was elected to serve again as area director for 2022-24, is present today, and that person would be Deanna Durkee. I look forward to working with Deanna. With her experience, I think we can come up with some great creative new ideas in this upcoming biennium. In addition, I just can't believe this. We have a member in our district that joined the Club of Porterville in 1961. Now, I know Governor Britt wasn't born then, and I was just a baby. But can you imagine being a member of Zonta since 1961? And that would be Norma Ruff. And we acknowledged her in addition at our last conference. And, you know, in my opinion, I know Zonta International acknowledges members and clubs on a 5-year anniversary. But in my opinion, if someone has been a member of Zonta this long, it should be an annual congratulations to them. And that will be something that we do. Now, the last award that I am going to give out inspires me every time I hear her speak. And I know her club appreciates her for her connection in the community. And because of her outstanding involvement in the community, they have gotten new members from just that presence in your community. So at this time, my last award is for my most inspirational member. And I would like to give this award to Gloria Salas, our incoming Lieutenant Governor. And we would like to thank you, Gloria, for your time, inspiration, and dedication in sharing the Zonta mission within your community. Great job. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie, and thank you for sharing these awards and recognitions for membership and for members that all continue to inspire us and clubs that continue to inspire us with their resiliency and their creativity and their drive to gain more individuals in their clubs. I'd also like to take the time to recognize a few clubs and individuals. I'd really love to recognize our big donors, not individuals. Don't get nervous, anyone. But Newport Harbor and the Zonta Club of Santa Clarita Valley were the clubs with the largest donations to Zonta International this biennium. So thank you both so much. The Zonta Club of Santa Clarita Valley actually was able to have an additional Amelia Earhart awardee included this biennium to the Amelia Earhart Fellows for their donation, and the Zonta Club of Newport Harbor will be pretty much with like one donation supporting an entire AE Fellow for the following biennium. So thank you to both clubs for your generosity and for your spirit of giving. The next recognition that I would like to give is to our Spirit Award. As Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie said, we have some little clubs that could. And so I just want to recognize the Zonta Club of South Bay and the Zonta Club of Berkeley for their resilience and enduring enthusiasm. You truly show the spirit of Zonta. Now, we have some social media mavens in our midst, and they are fantastic communicators. They have the best social media presence. They show off their activities. Their content is relevant. It's exciting. They look like they're having fun, and they make Zonta a place people want to be. And so for this, I would like to recognize the Zonta Club of Berkeley as well, but also the Zonta Club of Kauai. So thank you both for being our fantastic social media maven clubs. And then I have another recognition that I'd like to just note as an encourager. Glenn Harding is not with us today, but I'd like to call Glenn our district encourager because she worked so hard this biennium to increase individual donors and donations specifically to the endowment and to increase understanding of the endowment and how it works. She encouraged us all, and it was very, very apparent that what she did was working, becoming one of the, the top clubs in the world for a percentage of individuals giving to the endowment. So thank you to Glenn for being our district encourager. And then finally, I also wanted to talk about our advocators. And we have two individuals in this district who have not only shown how they manage advocacy in the district, but how they do that at the national level and how they do that at the international level and how they are helping move advocacy forward, not just in our country, but in others. So I would like to acknowledge Ela Pandya and Sheila Cook-Cohen. Ela's been instrumental in starting the USA caucus, or the Canadian caucus, and for supporting the USA caucus, and also our advocacy chair and our district USA caucus representative, Sheila Cook-Cohen. So thank you both so much for being an advocator on behalf of this district. We appreciate everything everyone has done, but I also just wanted to make sure that, sometimes we don't always feel seen or heard, but we see you, we hear you. And for those clubs out there that are just doing their thing, whether or not it's recognized, we thank you, but someone is watching and someone sees, and we are just so proud of our district. I want to talk a little bit also about a pandemic pinning. So Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie cannot be at convention. So we had our own pinning. I was able to visit the Lieutenant Governor in person, and I think that this may be akin to the background that President-elect Uta was referring to. And so we were able to spend some time together. I was able to hand over the governor's pin, and we were able to just have our own little ceremony together. And so I'd also like to thank Joy Orlich, who will be standing in for Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie during convention, so that we have a presence when that occurs. So thank you for standing in for us. And at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Governor-elect Debbie, and let her just say a few words.
Oh my, a few words. You've got to limit me again, Governor Britt. I'm not governor yet. You still hold that title. Don't push me too fast here. Well, as you said, I'm going to be attending everything I can virtually. Unfortunately, I have this back that unless I were to pay for my chiropractor to come with me on the plane, I just don't feel comfortable traveling that far on the plane ride, because I may not be able to walk once I got there. But anyway, we want to thank you, Governor Britt, for your service to District 9. And you've brought in new ideas, and you've been patient with me and my lack of computer skills, and you're working with me even after your term is over to bring me along in the technology realm. I can talk your leg off, but I sent out an email to the incoming board reminding them about this meeting, and I got this new laptop, and I just found out that thing I sent on Wednesday's been in my outbox. Now, when I push send, I expect the thing to go somewhere, and it didn't go anywhere. So anyway, we're going to work on that. But normally what I'm about to do would be done at the district meeting at convention. So keeping that in mind, I want to say that Lieutenant Governor Debbie is giving Governor Britt a thank you from all of the clubs in District 9. We collected over $1,000 that is being put into the endowment fund in your name. in addition to one club specifically wanted $50 to go to the Rose Fund. So all clubs, pretty much every club in our district contributed to that. So I want to let you know that we appreciate everything you've done for District 9 and for bringing us, as Uja would say, getting off the horse and getting onto the rocket. Anyway, and despite your wishes, Governor Britt, you said, I don't want a past governor's pin. Well, when I mentioned that to past governors, there's just no way in hell that that was going to happen. So even though I'm not there in person, I have this beautiful past governor's pin to give to you. And I propose that we have a girls' weekend. We can invite just the two of us, or we could invite however many want to go. We could meet in Las Vegas, or we could meet in Laughlin and have a girls' weekend. And I could give you this in person because I don't trust the mail system. I don't want this to get lost. It's too much of a treasure. So anyway, know that I have this pin to give to you on behalf of your service to District 9. And I hope that our friendship continues, even though I'm old enough to be your mom. I hope this friendship continues for a long time because I appreciate everything that you've done on a personal level for me and on behalf of our district. So as incoming governor, oh my God, you know, this hair of mine, I think it's getting whiter every day as I think of the responsibility I'm about to take on. But you know, my whole heart is about teamwork, and I know President Uta and I have that in common. And I don't have the years and years of experience in Zonta like so many of our members in District 9, but I'm creating a great team. So it's about getting the diversity and getting all levels of commitment from membership within our district. And together, hopefully, we are going to have a great biennium. But President Uta has a new motto coming into this, and our new mission motto will be to build a better world for women and girls. And how better can we say what we're going to be doing in the future and have been doing in the past? The thing is, how many of our communities has still never heard of Zonta? And to me, that is something that, you know, we need to really work on that. And I think that is being done one person at a time. Everybody should be out in their community. And again, I'm proud of my little club here in Maricopa because we have a great relationship with a center that is only 2 years old in Maricopa, and we partner with them, and they do great things for women in our community. So we're getting a great relationship built with that center, and they call upon us when they need something. So little by little, we help them. They're helping us by getting the word of Zonta spread in Maricopa. And you know, that's what each club needs to do. And then, of course, we're all about having fun. Now, we have a 2023 conference to plan, and I know Laura Gordon is on here, and she will be the chairperson for that event. And if any of you are on Facebook and we're friends, you'll see a video that I posted just recently about these elderly ladies, and they were out shaking their booties and having a good time. And let me warn you, District 9, we are going to have a good time at the next conference. And I know it was announced that it was going to be in Santa Clarita. However, negotiations fell through with that property. So we are now going to have it at the Burbank Marriott. I think, you know, all things happen for a reason. And the Marriott is, if you want, within walking distance of the airport. There's plenty of things to do within the close vicinity, but our goal is to sort of have a conference where everybody's going to stay right there. And we're going to plan some new activities that haven't been done yet. And I also want to reach out to our members that are on here today. I hope you have downloaded the Zonta app. I mean, even me, the techno challenged person, I use that Zonta app all the time, and I'm hoping every member within District 9 has by now downloaded that because it is a way for you as an individual to connect with clubs and members around the world and have even a bigger friendship, a sisterhood that's global. And that's one of the things that President Uta, or incoming President Uta, when we had our training, I about cried every night because that's where the aspect of us having a global organization really hit home. You're in a room with partners around the world that have the same purpose in your heart to help women and children. And I'm still, I took a picture of all these gifts that we all brought. And every day I get out and I look at those and I remember them. And I'm sad I'm not going to be at convention in person, but know that I will be there in spirit and on every virtual thing that I can be on, as long as this laptop and I can communicate better. So anyway, and wrapping up on this thing, I've just about got all the positions filled for the incoming board and committees. But I want to invite right now all of you to something new we're going to try. And it's just a 1-hour event. It's going to be Friday night, August 26th from 7 to 8. And it's going to be a virtual reception. It's going to be meet your new board and committee members. And I think it's a perfect opportunity, like Uta said, virtually, you don't have to be in the same room to attend something fun. It's not going to be long and lengthy. It's going to be a toast to the new board and the committees and just have a fun time. So I will be sending out that invitation in August, and I hope to see you all there. And Governor Britt, thank you for this opportunity. And President Sharon, thank you for the service that you have done internationally. And incoming President Uta, I look forward to working with you. And someday you're going to come to Arizona. We're going to go golfing together.
Thank you so much, Governor-elect Debbie. Thank you to everybody for your kindness, for your support, for your generosity. And I'm truly humbled. It was an honor to serve as your governor. And it is an experience that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Lieutenant Governor, Governor-elect Debbie is showing the pin. I really am just humbled by how hard everyone in this district works for Zonta. And you continue to inspire me every single day. So thank you all so much. I am going to stay on for some convention information. So if you are attending convention and you want to stay, or if you're attending convention this is in person and you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those and stay on for a little bit. But other than that, if you're ready to go about your day and you're not going to be at convention, you're also, welcome to stay or to go at this time. So thank you again, everyone.
I'm leaving you now, and I wish you well and safe travels to Hamburg for all that will attend convention. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm going to be leaving